for the Chief Minister. Ms Martins.
Does the Minister have any plans of increasing pay for nurses and carers, taking into consideration how understaffed the hospital is?
Can I ask if the member is referring to hospital staff or the private sector?
Hospital staff.
So pay negotiations or pay offers, I think, have been made to the various unions and staff, and they're under consideration. But the current offer, I believe, is slightly ahead of inflation for the next 3 years, and it's under consideration. But yes, what this government does want to do is bring public sector pay, especially to those people working on the front lines of health and education, back into line with what it should be, because over the last 10 years, there's been a significant real terms cut in their pay because pay increases haven't kept pace with inflation. So that is an ambition of this government. We won't be able to achieve it all in one go, but I hope over the next years, future governments will work to ensure that, especially for teachers and medical staff and other staff on the front line, we work to address that.
Supplementary question, Ms Martins. Vieira.
Regarding the abortion question, will the Minister strongly consider speaking to young women predominantly to gain a sense of social response?
Yes, of course I will. I would make myself available, so as I would hope any minister or states member would, to not only speak with members of our community, but to listen. I think from my perspective, I need to listen and understand more to give the right answers. Thank you.
Supplementary question, Ms Rowe. Ms Jenkins.
Does the Minister have any plans in place to create more entry-level jobs within the hospital, such as junior doctors, to create more jobs for young people in Jersey and to increase the number of doctors on island?
Well, that's a question am I allowed to transfer questions to fellow Minister Sergio?
Sadly not, Chief
It's a shame, otherwise. I know the Health Minister would have liked to answer that one. I think the short answer is we want to attract as many islanders, as many local people we can into working on island and staying on island, especially in our health and education services. So I'm not sure whether the Education Minister is, the Health Minister is working along those lines, but I'm sure that's a shared ambition, and we want to do everything in our power to keep people on island and work in those essential industries. Thank you.
Do you have a supplementary question?
Is there any specific plans in place for this, though?
I'm afraid I'd have to refer that to the Health Minister. He's not giving me any help. He's not nodding or shaking his head. He's nodding his head, so I think there will be plans. And I know that the hospital and health service do have very proactive recruitment processes in place, simply because there is pretty much a global shortage of qualified staff to work in those areas. So I'm confident that we're doing everything we can to attract local people, qualified local people, or even train them. Thank you.
Any other questions to the Chief Minister?